There is a quote by Michael Ian Black, and it says, "Your harshest critic is always going to be yourself. Don't ignore that critic, but don't give it more attention than it deserves." Today, I wanted to unpack each part of this quote by talking about it in the perspective of my personal experiences, especially when it comes to the timelines I set for myself. The feeling of falling behind is not a good feeling to have. It never is. And to be honest, ever since I graduated from university, I have had this feeling, especially when it came to my career. We see people we know thriving in their careers, while we are nowhere near achieving anything and struggling to even find a job. In life, we see people moving on to their next chapters, while it feels like we are not progressing at all. In content creation, I personally just can't keep up with the schedule I set out for myself. All of these can be consolidated into one question. What is wrong with me? Is what I ask myself. This question, while harsh, allows us to reflect on ourselves and see which parts of our life we can improve on. The fact that we question ourselves means that we want to continue living, and that in itself is something to be proud of. Although there are decisions we made in the past that we can't change, there are things we can do moving forward to help us become a different version of ourselves. So let us take action and create a plan to help us reach our goals. But also, don't be so strict on yourself about it. Things can and will always go wrong. Allow yourself time to rest if necessary, but also remember not to dwell on it too much. We oftentimes nitpick at every single detail of fault we have made, no matter how small. But we rarely dig deep into every single detail of merit we have to offer, no matter how small. In work, in life, or in anything you do, know that you are doing great as long as you give your full effort. Even if others don't praise you, praise yourself for doing your best. And to answer my question, what is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with me. I may have my own timeline, but God's timeline for me may be different. We don't have to rush through life, but that does not mean that we should just give up, because all the little things we do does make us progress in life, even if it is just baby steps. So remember to just take a deep breath, rest if needed, and don't be so critical on yourself, because you are already doing great as it is. Feel free to let out whatever self-criticism you have in the comments so that we can help each other out. Remember God's promise in Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. We are all still a work in progress, but God will make sure to complete us according to his timeline.